to Just in the Kitchen with me, your host, Justine. Today, I am making Easter Caesar deviled eggs. So, these are not just your regular deviled eggs. They're going to be cute, they're going to be luscious, and they're going to taste good. So, but they're going to look like little bunnies and chicks. And let me see. Oh, we're going to dye some. So, let's get started. It's really easy. I have a dozen eggs here, and I have turned around and taken all the yolks out of them. And then what I did was I don't know if you can see this, I turned around and I got it in small little pieces. And then I'm just going to add the ingredients. The ingredients are very easy. It's vinegar, mustard, a little of my favorite Caesar dressing, some mayonnaise, and salt to your taste. So first we're going to put the vinegar in because that helps get it smoother, and that's what you want. So you get your vinegar in and you kind of mix it around. It'll still be really dry. And there is a method to the way I do this. All right, now my sister makes her deviled eggs so tart that your mouth goes inside out. It's unbelievable how sour she makes them. So at Easter, we have two sets of eggs. We have my eggs and then we have my sister's eggs that will turn your cheeks into like a shriveled up old apple. Then I put in my mayonnaise. I put in my Caesar dressing and I mix it up. And then as I'm mixing, I'm smashing. And then I add in my mustard. I'm going to take a fork and squish it to make sure everything is squished up. Now if you don't like them this creamy, you can make them however chunky you want. I just like them creamy, and because I'm going to pipe them, it's going to be easier for me to pipe. If I had little chunks, and sometimes it happens, then it gets stuck in the piping tube because it's I forget which one it is, but it has the little triangle around it and it'll get stuck and then I can't get it out. So now I'm just going to add a pinch of salt. And I'm going to taste it. That is really good. While it has some zing, it's not going to make suck the moisture out of your teeth. So here's what I do. I am going to dye some of these eggs. I'm going to make little bunny footprints out of some of these eggs, and some other eggs I'm going to make little chicks and eggs. So here is the egg, and then here's the top for the chick, and we use black peppercorn and a little pinch of a carrot, a little triangle of a carrot to make its little beak. To make this, I've got one egg. You just cut around like that. And I'm doing it around the camera so I can't see my diagonals. But you get the drift. I'm going to finish this up and then I'll show you how to take the egg out. I have done the little diagonal all the way around, like you were going to make a crown. And then you just remove it off very gently. Put the knife down. There you go. And it doesn't have to be exact, because when an egg breaks, it's not exact, right? And then you just kind of move it open. You can take your knife a little bit and cut in there. I'm using the back of my knife so I don't cut through the egg. And then I'm just going to add this egg into my mixture. And if you tear it a little bit, that's okay, because the egg the mixture will hold the egg together. When you're peeling an egg, when you boil an egg, this is how I boil an egg. I put it in cold water, put it in a pot, put the lid on it, bring it up to a boil, take it off the stove, and leave it for 15 minutes, and I peel them when it's hot, because if I don't peel it when it's hot, they get too cold and I can't peel it. I have a hard time peeling it. So you want to peel it when it's hot. Now this one is a little harder to take the inside of the egg out, and that's just the way it goes sometimes. If you have a little baby spoon, and I do, but I just didn't get it out, Baby spoon is really good to get in there, but I am just taking my fingers and getting it in there. So you've got your bottom of the egg, and now I'm just going to mix it up. So when you make your egg, this is how you want it. You don't want it all runny and anything, because it will not stay in the egg and it will look horrible. Put your vinegar in first, then your mayonnaise, and your Caesar dressing, and then your mustard. So you just want a little bit of mustard. Now I'll put the measurements on my webpage, www.justinthekitchen.com. You'll have all the measurements for this. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of this out. Now I have dye. What I'm going to do first is probably make the bunny feet. And I'm going to put a little food gel in there. And I'm going to mix it up till I get the color that I like. And I want it to be pink like a bunny's feet. I have put pink dye in here, and the yellow does make it a little less pure pink, as you can see. I want to make sure there is no yellow in there though, as much as I can. There we go. I have a bag, and I'm going to cut the tip off. And I am going to put a number 10 in my piping. There we go. And I'm just going to put it in there. Now I twist it. If you have a hard time, you can always use a bread tie or a rubber band if you have a hard time. So you want to take where it has, I'm going to pick through mine, where it has a big part right here. That's going to be where the bunny paw prints are. Then I'm just going to fill it up, and I'm only going to fill it even. Start from the outside. There you go. See? Little bunny paw print. Isn't that cute? The kids are going to love them. The adults are going to love them. If you don't like the Caesar part, the dressing, you can just use all mayonnaise. And when you peel your eggs, hit it on the larger end. When you do that, there's usually a little bubble there, and then you can work your way in. It's the membrane. As the egg gets older, the membrane moves away from the egg and the shell, so it kind of separates, and it makes it easier to peel an egg. If you get a fresh egg, those little things don't peel for anything. It's like tight, taut, young skin. Egg gets older, hey, get a few more little loose skin, that sort of thing. It happens when you get older, don't worry about it. But on the eggs, that's what you want. Yellow, I am using a bigger tip. It's a 1M. I am using a 1M tip. Cut it off again. Put it in there. I'm going to show you the chicks. Now you want to make sure when you cut your bag that it's not anywhere near the points. Now you take your carrot and you make a little disc. You just cut around and pie it. Sometimes you want them a little bit smaller, depending on how big your carrot is. But you're just going to make a little triangle with the piece of carrot. It doesn't take a lot of carrots. Then you take the bottom of your egg and you just fill it. I like doing the roughly and then kind of touching it up because it looks like the little chick. You know how it's got the little fur? Then you put the little egg on, and you take 2 little peppercorns, black peppercorns. Put it in there, and then put their little beak. There you go. Now, I happen to not like these as much as the other. It all tastes the same. But deviled eggs should be a one-biter. You should be able, or 2 if you're dainty. You should be able to, this is more of a commitment. This little egg is more of a commitment because it's bigger. You've got the whole egg. The other ones, that's why I like the smaller ones. So let me show you again. Just get it, fill it up. There you go. You want to overfill it. So when you put your lid on, it's overfilled. Then you do it like this. Put 2 peppercorns in there for their little eyes. And then a little carrot for their nose. So now we've done 2. Let's move on to now it's time for dyeing the eggs. I have a tablespoon of vinegar in there. I've got my dye, and I'm just going to put a little bit of that in there. Shake it around. Now the vinegar will turn, I find, purple-blue. It's just something with the vinegar. You want to make sure, also, that's why I use a glass bottom, that there's nothing on the bottom, because it will discolor your egg. Then I put in water. And you can put in as much, or you can do as many different colors as you want. You just take the egg and you drop it in there. And then you wait. The longer you wait, the more it is. The darker it'll get. My eggs are done. They're to the color I like. And make sure you get rid of all the membrane as much as you can, because the membrane will get darker and you'll see a line, so it doesn't look so attractive. You just dry it off and you fill it up. I like them overfilled. Doesn't that look beautiful? Look at that. See? You see. Doesn't that look beautiful? Now it's time to eat it and taste it. The Caesar dressing adds depth to it that you wouldn't get if you didn't use it. It's creamy, it's smooth, it has the right amount of tartness. Sorry, Carol, it's not going to make your lips go inside out. This is the best egg. Remember, to get the recipe and all the measurements for this, go to www.justinthekitchen.com. You won't be disappointed. It is delicious. Make sure you guys like my YouTube page. I so love, I'm getting new people all the time and it's so exciting. Make sure you go to YouTube and press like and then ding the little bell, all right? Have a happy Easter. God bless. See you soon. Bye.